Hello and welcome back to the Magic Classroom channel. My name is Jenny. Today I'm going to make a brief introduction of this encyclopedia about dragons. So I'm going to introduce it now. So this is called Dracopedia. So what is Dracopedia? It means an encyclopedia about dragons. Dracopedia field guide. So you start with this cover with this ribbon, and then here with those two dragons and this shield and a tulip. Well, and this fire-breathing dragon. Oh, and this cloud dragon here. So this is about. So we start from chapter 1 about the amphitheater. This is an amphitheater, and it doesn't have legs, and it looks like a flying snake. Well, this is like an amphitheater in flight. Well, it looks like, well, the amphitheater is rarely mistaken for a bird in flight. Its sinuous tail is both an identifying trait and its chief tool in catching prey. And this is where they live, in deep woods and forests. And some may be also found in urban environments. This is an egg. Well, it makes its nest high in the trees, but also has been known to use the nests of other birds. I mean, this is like a cockatrice. Well, it is a hybrid between the amphitheater and the domesticated fowl. Well, this looks like a cock, don't you? Don't you think it looks like a cock? Well, this is like a grip of a snake, and it eats what? Well, it says that I think they eat meat. Well, this is a swallowtail amphitheater with this swallow's tail. Looks like a scissors. Well, it says that it lives in worldwide temperate climates and its recognition with distinctive split tail, bold dripping forward. There's a horn, so its horn is here. And it lives in rural areas, large fields, and it eats insects, smaller mammals, and reptiles. And then its common names are field, fleeing, darter. And then the conversation status, it is common. And then this flowering amphitheater. Woo! It's got this long head crest. So it lives in Asia. In chapter 2, we are learning about dragons in Asia, India, and Southeast Asia. So for its recognition, it has a bright and aggressive head crest. Ooh, it's really long, and a spoon-shaped tail. Looks like a spoon. And then it lives in a dense jungle, and it is a true scavenger, will eat almost anything. And its common name is called brace, because of its fire wings. And then the conversation status, it is threatened, so it is endangered. And this moth-wing amphitheater. Well, this looks like a fire-breathing dragon, and it lives in Northern Asia and Scandinavia. I saw a dragon in this book that is called a Scandinavian bull dragon. It's like a bull dragon. And then it says that it opens its, and its recognition is with open wings when resting, and it is rarely folded. And it lives in scrub-like forest, and it eats insects, small rodents, fish, and its common name is red whip, flicker, and the conversation status is uncommon. And then it's garden amphitheater. I think it lives in any forested area. So distribution is near worldwide, and its recognition is with giant tail fin. This is its fin. And then beak-like jaws. Looks like beaks of a bird. And then it lives in any forested area and it eats insects and small rodents. Most common prey due to smaller size. And its common name is called dusty rose, jagged hook-wing. And the conservation status is common. And then this is a falcon amphipter. Looks like a fire-breathing dragon. This lives in west coast of Africa and Mediterranean. And its recognition is with its deep red coloring. And then large arcing wing shape. The wings are like this. And then it lives in higher elevations, rocky and wooded environments. And it eats mammals, reptiles, and birds. And its common names are called red moon, and then bird angel, and then its conservation status is endangered. This is a starburst amphitheater. And then, well, look at its snout. It's a very thin snout. Well, it lives in Pacific Rim, and it has high contrast red and ivory coloring, long thin snout. The snout is here. Oh, this nose is very small. And then it lives in coastal areas. Will sometimes attach itself to a boat. Well, it's really weird. Well, it will attach itself to a boat. Oh, it's weird. And then it eats shellfish, eggs, marine animals. And its common names are fire wisp, crooner, red digger. And then conservation status is uncommon. And then the striped amphipter. Well, that's what we learned from chapter 1 with this one. And then lives in temperate climates worldwide. And this recognition with wing stripping from white to brown, gradual from front to back, tapering tail, has two barbs near wing base. And it lives in forest and field, and it eats small rodents. And its common name is thorntail, with its thorns here. And then striper. Striper is here, the stripes here. And the conservation status is common. And then golden amphipter. This looks like a golden dragon. Its distribution is in South and Central America, and its recognition is with bright golden color, and its habitat is in bushland farmland, and it eats small herd animals, and its common name is wheat wing, and then conservation status is critically endangered. Now we are going to take a look at Asian dragons. So this is an Asian dragon, and it is a temple dragon. Well, I've seen this temple dragon before, and it is carved on temples. This is an Asian dragon head, and then it lives in bamboo forests. And this is an Asian dragon overhead. This is a temple dragon, and this is an Asian dragon egg. It's golden. This is a jade dragon. Looks like jade green color. So it lives in Southeast Asia, and it has long furred green body with green markings. And it lives in mountainous jungles and rainforests. And its diet is an omnivore. So it means like they eat meat and vegetables both. And then its common names is rangoon, serpent, and then miner's dragon. And it is critically endangered. The temple dragon, well, that is in chapter 2 of this picture. That's a temple dragon. So it lives in Southern Asia, including India and Southeast Asia. And it has its unusual locomotion to its most distinct feature, and it lives in mountain forests, temples, shrines, and monasteries. Well, it's that the same as this jade dragon. They are both omnivores. And then it's called ribbon dragon. A funny name and a cute name for a dragon. Ribbon. And then temple dragon. That's the same name of this name. And then it is critically endangered. And then this dragon is called the bonsai dragon. And it lives in Asia, and it has small size, irregular filling, and it lives in forest bamboo groves. And it is an omnivore too. And its common name is like rattling, panji, and it is extinct in the wild. And this imperial dragon is what this dragon looks like. This is an imperial dragon. So it lives in China, and it has deep red oval colored tail, double spine frill, and it lives in a forest, and it is an omnivore, and its common name is called bird guard, and its conservation status is extinct in the wild. And this is a Korean dragon, and its distribution is in Southeast Asia, especially Korean Peninsula. And its recognition is earthy gray leafy frills with a distinct blue-green hue to the cranial crest. Its crest is here. And then it lives in its habitat. It lives in forest, higher elevations, and mountainous regions. And this is an omnivore. Smaller mammals such as shrews, moles, hares, and bats. And its common name is Yong Gogriel dragon, and it is critically endangered. And then this Himalayan dragon, and it lives in northwestern China, in Nepal, and its recognition is with blue frills on head and along abdomen. Its abdomen is here. Well, its frills are here, and then its habitat is in subalpine forest, and this is an omnivore. And its common name is like sleeping dragon. Sounds like a cute name for a dragon. And then dream thief, and then blue sheepgull. And then its conservation status is endangered. This is a spirit dragon, and it lives in Tibetan mountains, Nanchan, and Ganti ranges, and its recognition is large, prominent frill. Where its frill goes here, and then to its tail, and then it says from white to shadowy blue-gray, and its habitat is in snow-covered mountainous regions. And its diet, we don't know. It's unknown. And its common names is like Jinsenlong, and then ghost dragon, and then it is critically endangered. And this Fuji dragon is like, well, it looks like a temple dragon, but a little bit different with its skin. And then it lives in central Japan, Mount Fuji. And then its recognition is elongated serpentine body with black and blue markings, antlers on males. So serpentine, what does it mean? It means like a snake. And then antlers means, well, it looks like a deer's antlers. And then its habitat is in mountainous, and it is an omnivore. And its common names is Shogun dragon, and then Shanlong, and then mountain dragon, and then Fuji dragon. And then the conservation status is near extinct. Now we are going to talk about sea orcs. And this is a German gander. Well, this looks like a dragon snake in the sea. This looks like a snake. And then this is a sea orc egg. and it lives in a peaceful sandy beach. And then this is a German gander head, and then it says it is the largest serpent species in the sea. Well, the German gander is the source of many legendary tales. And then this is another German gander. And then the word orc comes from the Latin orcus, which means both whale and the underworld. This is another German gander again, and its distribution is coastal to moderate waters worldwide, and its recognition is with blue-green color and then fruit head. Its fruit head is here, and it goes to its tail, and then it lives in the deep sea. Well, here lots of water here, because it lives in the sea, and its diet is squid and whale. Its common names is Forsburn, and then German, and then it's extinct. And then the next one, especially it's the Scottish sea dragon, and it looks like Nessie. It especially looks like Nessie. Well, it lives in northern hemisphere and northern seas and major lakes of Scotland, Loch Ness, Iceland, and Scandinavia. Well, there is a blue dragon in Scandinavia, and then its recognition is with long sinuous neck, large flippers for swimming, and then a spinal frill. Its frill goes here, and then it lives in the deep cold water lakes, and it eats small fish, vegetation. What does vegetation mean? Vegetation means is vegetables. And then common names, Nessie. Well, Nessie is my Loch Ness monster, and this is sadly looks like the Loch Ness monster. And then Champ, Opogo, Lagafrey, some more. And then conservation status is uncommon. And then a sea lion. And then it lives in worldwide. And then its recognition is with powerful limbs. So what does a limb mean? So a limb means here is a limb. 4 limbs is here. Distinctive dorsal spikes, striping. And then it lives in the rocky coastline, and it eats meat, so it's a carnivore. And then common names is sea hag, kitty. And conservation status is least concern. And then a hammerhead sea orc. Well, the hammerhead looks like a shark, and it lives in North Atlantic, and it has a broad hammerhead crest, long eel-like tail, and it lives in oceans, and it is a carnivore, and its common names is pickaxe, boomer, anchorhead, and its conservation status is in danger. Whoa, a cute sea orc! Coochie. Well, it lives in the North Atlantic too, and then it has a long snout, filled fins, and it lives in deep ocean, and it is a carnivore. Sardines and mackerel. Sardines and mackerel are my favorite food too. And its common name is blue sea dragon, and its conservation status is endangered. And its favorite sea orc. It lives in Atlantic Ocean, and then it has a long serpentine body, like a snake body. And it lives in deep ocean water, and it's a carnivore too. And its common names are called egg-shaped serpent, devil's tail. And then conservation status is endangered. And it's electric sea orc. And it lives in the Amazon and sub-Saharan African rivers, and its recognition is with its spear-like bill and a multicolored body. And its habitat, it lives in shallow freshwater rivers and lakes. for its diet, it's a carnivore too. Its common names is like lightning fish, testas, coil. Conservation status is threatened, so it's endangered now. And then flying sea orc. This looks like a flying fish. And it lives in South Pacific and Atlantic. And its recognition is with its fin-like wings. And its habitat is with its tropical and subtropical waters. And its diet is a carnivore. Its common names is wave dragon, flying dragonfish. And then its conservation status is least concern. And then this striped sea orc looks like an eel. And it lives in South Pacific. Its recognition is with its distinctive green and pink striping. And it lives in warm waters, and its diet is a carnivore too. And its common name is sea tiger, king quit, and its conservation status is threatened too. Whoa, a manta sea orc looks like a manta ray. And it lives in the South Pacific too. And its recognition is with wide wing-like fins, white-fringed skin. And its habitat is in tropical oceans, and its diet is a carnivore too. And its common names is like hooded orc, night croak. Well, it doesn't have a croak, but its name is night croak, and then ocean angel, and then it is critically endangered. It's endangered too. Now we are going to take a look of Fey dragon. The Fey dragon is something like this. Well, this is a monarch Fey dragon, and it looks like a butterfly. Well, a butterfly dragon. And this is its Fey dragon leg, and this is its Fey dragon grip, and this is variation in flight. Those are its wings. And this is its claws, and it lives on a barn. This is its nesting ground, and this is its human interaction, and then this is webs like a rope. Well, it looks like a snake tail. This is a leaf-winged Fey dragon, and its distribution is in northwestern Europe. And its recognition is with its long and spiny short array of 4 wings, and its habitat is rural and wooded, and its diet is insects, fruit. Its common names are jabberwock, leaf duster, tree wisp, and its conservation status is common. This is a cardinal Fey dragon, another butterfly. And its distribution is in northeast woodlands, North America, and its recognition is with its bright red markings and head crest on the male, thistle-like leafy wings, and its habitat is in wooded areas, higher altitude, and its diet is fish, small snakes, insects, and its common names is red wisp, red coat, and its conservation status is threatened. This is a queen map Fey dragon. So its distribution is in Scottish Highlands. Oh, it's my favorite too because it comes from Scotland, and then its recognition is in adjacent blue colouring, and its habitat is woodlands, and its diet is insects, birds, small mammals, and its common names is midnight shadow, blue devil, and its conservation status is extremely rare. And this is a Excalibur Fey dragon. Looks like a dragon and a worm. So it lives in northern Europe and Asia, and its recognition is with its dynamic neck structure via abdominal pincers, and its habitat is in moors, tundra, and its diet is insects, small mammals, birds, groups will sometimes take a much larger animal. And its common names are hop frog, iron wing, and its conservation status is low risk. This is a swallowtail Fey dragon. I've caught a swallowtail butterfly before. It turns into a beautiful butterfly, a swallowtail butterfly. Its distribution is in interior and eastern Africa. Its recognition is with its non-queen twin tails, smooth edged wings, and its habitat is in coastal marsh, lake shores. Its diet is primarily insects. Its common names are frog skimmer, Burton's twin spear. Its conservation status is low risk. Another butterfly. So this is a will-o-wisp fey dragon. Well, this looks like a dragon and a butterfly. Its distribution is previously throughout Eurasia, now greatly reduced. Its recognition is with its butterfly-like wings, dewlap, and tail, which can produce a glow. Its habitat is in marsh. Its diet is insects, berries, seeds. And its common names are will-o-the-wisp, Pan's dragon, and its conservation status is critically endangered, possibly extinct. And its monarch face dragon. That is what in this page looks like. It looks like a butterfly. And its distribution is in temperate zones worldwide. Its recognition is with its burnt orange high nuts, hooked tail used to strike prey. And its habitat is rural wooded areas, and its diet is small mammals, eggs, birds, and its common name is crop duster, and its conservation status is threatened.